So for this project, I'll be using an acrylic yarn and a 3.5mm crochet hook. You can use any hook and yarn that you like. To start this project, we're gonna start with a magic ring, and then after this I'm going to work my first double crochet. So I'm going to start by chaining 3. This counts as 1 double crochet. Now I'm going to work 15 more double crochets into the magic ring. So that will be 16 double crochets in total, including the first double crochet, which is chain 3. Once you have 16 double crochets in total, you can pull this yarn tail, and then we can now close off round 1 by working a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, which is the chain 3. And when you look at the top of this first double crochet or chain 3, you're gonna work a slip stitch, catching the loop, the 2 loops in there, and then that's it. We're ready for round 2. So for round 2, we're going to chain 3 every time to start the next round, and then for every stitch we're gonna work 2 double crochets. So into the same stitch we're gonna work 1 double crochet, and then into the next we're gonna work 2 double crochets. So we're going to just repeat this one until we get back around. To end the round, you're going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, which is chain 3, and then for round 3 we're going to chain 3, and then into the next stitch we're going to work 1 double crochet and 1 more into the same stitch. So that's going to be the pattern for round 3, and then we're going to alternate it with 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next. To end this round, you're going to work a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, which is the chain 3. So for the next 2 rounds we're going to chain 3, and then on round 4 we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and into every 3rd stitch you're going to work a double crochet twice. So that's your increase on every 3rd stitch. Round 8 is you're gonna chain one single crochet into the same stitch, and then we're gonna chain 2, and then one single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 2, and one single crochet into the second single crochet. So that will be the pattern for round 8. Chain 2, and then into the next chain 3 space, work one single crochet, chain 2 again, one single crochet into the second single crochet, and you're just going to repeat that until you get back around. To end round 8, we're going to work a half double crochet into the first single crochet made. So this way we will get the stitch into the middle part, and then we're going to chain one single crochet into the same chain space. Now we're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then into the next chain 2 space, which is here, we're going to work one single crochet, and then on top of the next single crochet we're going to work one single crochet. Now into the next chain 2 space we're going to work one single crochet. So as you can see, we're forming a cross, and in the next round we're going to add a single crochet on top of this 3 single crochets which is in the middle. So in between that we're just going to chain 4, and then we will repeat. So just keep doing that until you get back around. So to end round 9, after chaining 4, one single crochet into the chain 2, one single crochet on top of the single crochet, and then this is the first single crochet that we've made, and we're going to slip stitch on top of that. So this is what it looks like. Round 10 is we're going to start working a few stitches, slip stitches 2 times to get the stitch to the middle into the chain 4 space, and as you can see the stitch is in the middle now. We're going to chain one single crochet into the same stitch. Now next is we're going to chain 3, one single crochet on top of the next or the second single crochet. So this will put the single crochet into the middle of those 3 single crochets in the previous round, and then we're going to chain 3 again, and then one single crochet into the chain 4 space, chain 3, one single crochet on top of the second single crochet. So that's going to be the repeat for this round. Just keep on doing that until you get back around. Once you get back around, chain 3 and then stitch. Make sure that you don't miss this second single crochet, so work a single crochet on top of that, and then chain 3, and then work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. So this is the end of round 10. Round 11, chain 1 single crochet on top of the single crochet. So basically we just chained 1 and 1 single crochet into the same stitch, 1 more single crochet, and we're forming one set of 3 single crochets. So by the time we got back around, we're gonna add one more single crochet and slip stitch on top of the very first single crochet. We're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then since there is a cross here, we're going to skip that, and then into the next chain space we're going to work 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next chain space, and then we're going to chain 4 again, and then 1 single crochet into the next chain space. So we're just going to repeat that until we get back around. Now to finish off round 11, we're going to chain 4 for the last time, and then 1 single crochet into the last chain space, and then slip stitch on top of the first single crochet in there. So next round, obviously, if you're following this pattern, you will see that we're forming cross here, just like the one that I have posted previously, only the pattern is not foldable. So this one is foldable, and you see here that this is like the pocket. For round 12, we're gonna chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch, and this time we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Into the next chain space we're gonna work a single crochet, chain 3, and then 1 single crochet on top of the next single crochet there. So that's going to be the repeat pattern: chain 3, 1 single crochet into the chain space, and then chain 3 again, 1 single crochet into the second single crochet. So repeat that, and then I'll show you how to end this round. To end round 12, you're going to work a double crochet on top of the single crochet. So this is what we usually do in order for the stitch to be in this position. So you want this to be in this place so that we are going to form another set of cross. And for round 13, we're going to chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch or the same space, and as you can see, we now have 1, and we'll add 2 more by the end of this round, or by the time you get back around. We're going to work 5 chains, 3, 4, 5, 1 single crochet into the next chain space, 1 single crochet on top of the single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next chain space. So that's what we're going to basically do, chaining 5, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna skip this cross right here and form another one next to that, 1, and then on top of the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into the chain space, 1 single crochet, and then chain 5. So we will just repeat that until you get back around. So to end the round, after chaining 5, and we're going to work the last 2 single crochets, 1 into the chain space and another one into the top of the single crochet, and then slip stitch on top of the next single crochet here. So we're on to the next round. For round 13, you're going to slip stitch twice to get to the middle of this chain 5 space. So slip stitch twice. So once you get to the middle, you're going to chain 1 single crochet into the same chain space, 1, 2, 3, and then into the second single crochet. We're gonna work 1 single crochet on top of that, chain 3 again, and then we're gonna chain here. So as you can see, we're forming another cross right here, and we're finishing off the cross into the next one. So just simply chain 3, and then on top of the next single crochet, work 1 single crochet. So that is the repeat pattern, and I'll show you how to end this round. We're going to chain 3 for the last time, and then into the next, or the very first single crochet that we've made, we're going to slip stitch on top of this first single crochet. Now for round 1 single crochet into the same stitch, and then we're forming chains again, but since if you're noticing that we have already formed a cross here, so we're forming another one on top. So we're going to work 1 more single crochet next to that. So by the time we got back around, we're gonna add 1 more to complete the 1 set of 3 single crochets. Now we're going to work an increase to make this market bag wider. So we're gonna chain 6 now, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then into we're gonna skip this cross right here, and we're gonna form another one. So into the next chain space, we're gonna work 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet on top of the single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next chain space. So this is how it's looking like, and in between there is 6 chains, 4, 5, 6, and then skip this cross right here, and then form 1 group of 3 single crochets. So just repeat that until you get back around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or before you slip stitch, make sure that there are 3 single crochets in there. So into the chain space, work 1 single crochet, and then slip stitch into the next single crochet. So as you can see, the design is looking really nice, and as we move on to the next round, we are growing the circle here, and we're going to chain 1 single crochet on top of the single crochet in the middle. So basically you chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the same stitch, and then we're now working chain 4, 3, 4, then into the chain 6 space, work 1 single crochet, and then chain 4 again, and then into the second single crochet, work 1 single crochet. So that's the repeat pattern. To chain 4, 1 single crochet into the chain 6 space, chain 4 again, and 1 single crochet into the next single crochet. You're going to chain 1 and then 1 double crochet on top of the very first single crochet that we have made. So we do this in order for the stitch to be in the middle, and chain 1. This is the start. Chain 1, 1 single crochet into the same chain space, and then we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we skip this cross and then work 3 single crochets in here. So 1 single crochet on top of the chain space, 1 single crochet into the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next chain space. So this is going to be the repeat pattern, and we're just going to chain 7 again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then into the next chain space, skipping this cross right here. So we're gonna work 1 set of 3 single crochets. We will repeat that until we get back around. Alright, so to end the round, work 1 more single crochet in there. So you must have 3 single crochets, and then into the next, or the first single crochet that we've made, slip stitch into that. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, it's growing, and this market bag is going to be a bit wider. We're going to slip stitch 3 times into the chain 7 space. So let's see, 1, 2, and 3. So we do this in order to bring the stitch into the middle, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the same chain space, and then we're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, 1 single crochet on top of the middle of those 3 single crochets, chain 4, 1 single crochet into the chain 7 space, chain 4, 1 single crochet into the second single crochet. So after round 17 and 18, you're just basically going to repeat those 2 rounds until you get the length that you want. But because the base for this market bag is just small, if you make a few more rows, it might not fit inside the circle pocket. So you better just make just a few rounds, probably 5 more rounds, and I'll show you in the next video on how to adjust the base to make a bigger market bag. Now I made this bag, which is quite similar to the one I have uploaded before, only it's not foldable. And in the part 2 of this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make it foldable, and I'm going to make some changes on the handles of this one. So I hope you stay tuned, and if you're new to my channel, do not forget to check back on my past videos, like, comment, and subscribe.